Are we a city set on a hill? Is all the great promises and covenants that
Hold
our
on.
forefathers
Let's
made?
put this into perspective.
Was the prayer meeting right here at Cape Henry in Virginia Beach by the first English settlers, or the compact made by the Mayflower and Plymouth Rock? We need to come back to the rock from which we came from. Abraham Lincoln famously said, "We're God's almost chosen people." We take the scriptures meant for Israel and we say, what happens? What happens if we have a land that really puts God first, where we can be one nation under God, indivisible? What would happen? How would the world respond to that? Well, we're losing that, and that's prophesied over Israel. Here's a scripture for you, and these are the words of Moses. "For I will bring them into the land I swore to give to their ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey." That's the United States. "They will become prosperous, eat all the food they want, and become fat." That's the United States too. "But they will begin to worship other gods. They will despise me and break my covenant." You'll find that in Deuteronomy 31.
So let's talk.
With that come curses. But when you make a covenant with God, there was a covenant made here on the beach at Cape Henry. They prayed that from this land the gospel would go forth to the whole world. Massachusetts made a covenant. They wanted to be a city on the hill. They asked God to bless it and be with them on their errand in the wilderness. They asked for his blessing and protection.
You're not
God
Pat,
gave it
bro.
to them. We have broken these covenants.
You're not Pat.
We have turned away from him. We have somehow thought that it was our freedom or our hard work or our whatever that led to the prosperity. We haven't given the credit to God for what he has done to us. But here's some good news. And this is from James. If we return to him, he will return to us. Come close to God, and God will be close to you.
That is no longer...
Wash your hands, you sinners. Purify your hearts.
That's not an option. I realized a long time ago, if you don't see it, you don't get it. Now we're going to start here. Now I realize your human intellect only has the capacity to understand simple words. I get that. So allow me to put it simply for you. Is a woman equal to a man? When you get to the heart of abortion, which, you know, scripture says, don't kill your children, but this seems to be hard for you. A woman is smaller than a man. Are they equal? No. They should be held higher than a man because they are not equal. A man should protect a woman. A man should lift up his woman. This is called marriage in some form of somebody that actually has the capacity to understand the words of God. You have to have the mind of Christ. So Gordon, you're not like Pat, bro. And I know what's going on in Florida. I know why Florida gets hit over and over again. You know why? Gordon? You see these porn stars that I save every single moment? That's the porn capital of the world. I disrupt activities for one woman. Just to find her, and I've done it personally. So she don't destroy herself. And you're going to tell me that I don't know anything about women? You ask me, why is this TV like this? I let a lying spirit into my house yesterday, stole my remote. Woke up at 3 a.m., had another woman banging on the door. I declared war on witches. Well, it has a certain response. The devil wasn't happy about it. What do you want? So I'm going to continue this. You take a perfectly trained woman in MMA, right? I remember Holly whooped the shit out of Ronda. What was her name? Ronda Rousey or something. Holly was one of mine. Whooped the shit out of her. You are a woman. You should be lifted up high, protected. Most of all, you should not have the pride to want to be a man. You should just be yourself. You people will tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, bruh. I spent time in a strip club. I seen strippers lie about men. I seen them get them set up and beat up by 4 other men that were so stupid they listened to her when that man didn't do a thing. All he did was not give her $5 one time. So what do I care about this hijab thing? It's a piece of cloth. I've seen women die for something way more important than that. I saw Joan of Arc burnt at the stake for simply telling people that she was doing God's will. Don't start with me. I happen to have married her and I know her personally. So I have no doubt that it's scary for her, and I have no doubt that this right here is authority. This is authority. And you don't like it, and that's fine. I was praying about my wife this morning. God told me she's not going to come near you while you're drinking. You get a certain way. Well, let me figure this out myself then. Here's your instructions. Because I have my real ones too. I have my prophets. I have some real women. You made it so leave it at that. What do you want to call it? To my women, act like women.